I just got finished watching the Haye Bellew 2 Gloves Are Off. Tony Bellew's attempt at reverse slash upside down slash sideways psychology is pretty jarring, to be honest. And if it's jarring to me, you can only imagine that it's 10 times more jarring to David Haye, because he's the recipient of it. I feel like Tony Bellew is trying way too hard to get in David Haye's head. Maybe he feels like he has to, because David Haye's going to be more dangerous this time. But I don't think it's actually working, to be honest with you. Maybe Bellew thinks it is working. Maybe I shouldn't rather criticize him for trying it, but I just think he's twisting himself in knots as much as he's twisting David Haye in knots at this point. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's all it was really. And Tony Bellew's been running this reverse, upside down, sideways psychology throughout the entire build-up of this fight. Anything that David Haye says, Tony Bellew challenges it. Like, David Haye could make the most innocuous statement and Tony Bellew will go out of his way to try and find a way to twist it round. Even when David Haye tries to give Tony Bellew credit, Bellew's like, no, but you wouldn't say this if, or you would. He just, every little thing that David Haye says, Bellew is on his case trying to twist it around and mess with David Haye's head. And then when Johnny Nelson says you're trying to mess with David Haye's head, Bellew's like, no, I'm not at all. I'm just telling him the truth. It's clear. It's the most clear and obvious attempt to get inside an opponent's head that I think I've ever seen. There is no subtlety to it at all with Tony Bellew. It's blatantly obvious what he's trying to do. And because it's so blatantly obvious, it's not going to work. David Haye knows what he's trying to do. David Haye is an experienced fighter. He's tried to get in people's heads before. So Bellew is just telegraphing his own moves way too much at this point. Maybe it's a ploy to upset David Haye and get David Haye to come out aggressive. Maybe that'll work. I have my doubts though, because he tried that first time around and it backfired in spectacular fashion. Yeah, that aggression of David Haye did not work. David Haye says he's taking a different mental and spiritual approach this time. He says he's going to be, or he says he's in a more positive place. He's in a more happy place this time around. He said last time around he was consumed with dark energy. And this time against Bellew, he's more effervescent. So, yeah, it was what it was. I didn't find it a particularly compelling episode of The Gloves Are Off. I thought it was alright. But neither man said anything which I didn't expect. Neither man approached it in a surprising way. It was just a repeat of what we've already seen at their press conferences. So, it was what it was. Let me know what you guys felt about The Gloves Are Off, Haye versus Bellew 2, the rematch. Has it changed your perception of the fight? Has it given you some type of insight into the fighter's psychology? Has it changed the way you think the fight's going to go? Let me know what you think in the comment section, people. There's really not much else to say about it. Other than, boy, what? If Tony Bellew wins the fight and then drops back down to cruiserweight and fights and beats Usyk, that would make Tony Bellew the greatest British cruiserweight of all time. It definitely would. That's what David Haye said in The Gloves Are Off. And yeah, it definitely would. Even that, when David Haye was trying to get that out, Tony Bellew was challenging it. He's just disagreeing with David Haye for the sake of disagreeing, basically. And on virtually every point that David Haye makes, Bellew was disagreeing with him for the sake of disagreeing. Just trying to be as annoying as hell. And I was annoyed, you know what I mean? So, I mean, David Haye's got to have a very calm head to not be annoyed, because I was annoyed watching and they weren't even directed at me. Anyway, let me know how you felt about The Gloves Are Off in the comment section below. It's happening, I'm out.